Welcome to the battle tutorial for Broken Crown. In this video we'll be discussing how to wage war on your opponents and defend your nation from invaders. The wake of recent assassinations has caused tensions in the land of Orovane to reach a fever pitch. Conflict is an inevitable reality that each player will face. Although it's possible to win the game using solely peace and economics, it is likely that you'll be called to defend your realm at some point, and a good knowledge of the battlefield is a necessity. In this example, we'll be witnessing a battle between the nations of Selvgar and Heron. Before we get into the specifics of how battle works, let's talk a bit about battle cards. When you and the other players start the battle phase, you will each choose a battle card in secret and place it face down in front of your realm. Each deck contains one card of each other player's nation, a peace card, a miracle card, and 2 voting cards. Let's talk about the peace card first. Peace is always an option in Broken Crown. If you do not want to attack any other nations for the season, choose the peace card. This card has a few interesting benefits. Firstly, if every player plays the peace card, the lands share in mutual prosperity, and each player gains 1 capital point. However, if not every player plays the peace card, this benefit is lost. In contrast, if you play the peace card and you are attacked that round, you will collect 1 sympathy for every player that attacked you. This can provide you with an economic boost after a difficult season. Now let's cover the nation cards. If you do decide to attack another player, you will choose the appropriate card of their nation and place it face down, showing that you are attacking their capital. When it comes to your turn and initiative to reveal your battle card, you will take the following actions shown on the card. Choose at least 1 card in your realm to attack with. Exhaust them, then place a battle die on each card you chose. If you win the battle, you gain 1 capital point. However, if you do not attack for any reason, you will lose 2 capital points, as your people will lose faith in your skills of leadership. In the rare situation that you are at risk of a full invasion from other nations, you have a special trick up your sleeve, the Miracle card. This card is a powerful one-time use card that absorbs 5 points of damage from every battle this season. Once used, this card is buried. However, if you manage to finish the game without using your Miracle card, it is worth 2 glory points at the end of the game, so use it wisely. The last 2 cards of the battle deck are your 2 Yay and Nay voting cards. Voting cards are only used when a vote is called, such as when a law is proposed or a certain quest calls for a vote. Now that we have an idea of what the battle cards do, let's go ahead and take a look at a battle. In this first example, Selvgar, the blue nation, has noticed that Heron, the green nation, has been quickly growing their economy using a trade city to store their extra wealth, but they've failed to build much of a defense for themselves. To quickly see what a player's potential defense may be, you can just look for the blue wax seals on any of the cards in their realm. Here we find only 1, showing us that Heron's defense is quite low. Selvgar will seek to exploit this weakness by attacking them with everything they have in an attempt to damage their capital. When the player phase starts, all players secretly choose their battle cards. Selvgar chooses the Heron card in this example and places it face down. The Heron player does not anticipate being attacked this season, and does not want to attack any other players, so they choose to play their peace card. The Selvgar player is first in initiative, and reveals their battle card, showing that they are attacking Heron. Each battle card is always resolved before the next is revealed. They then choose which cards they are attacking with, exhaust them, and place an attack die on each one. Once attack die are placed, Selvgar is committed to attacking with those cards, and now Heron will decide what they will do in response. Heron sees that Selvgar has 3 champions attacking them. Seeing as this could potentially seriously damage their capital, they decide that defending with their 2 champions is the wisest move. They place a defense die on each of their defending champions. Unlike attacking champions, defending champions do not exhaust. Just like attack die, once defense die are placed, those champions are committed to the battle. These players are now considered to be in battle with one another, so let's go ahead and resolve it and see what happens. Battles between players are resolved simultaneously. Once attackers and defenders are declared, both players gather the dice and roll them. Once rolled, we total attackers first. Let's take a look at these rolls. In this case, Selfgar has 7 attack power, 5 coming from the attack die themselves, and 2 attack power from Aoife, 1 from her basic ability, and 1 because she's a veteran champion. We almost triggered her unique ability called Heritage, but we needed 1 more Selfgar territory in our realm in order for it to work. Now the defender can total their power. Heron has a defense total of 4, 3 from their dice, and 1 from Kalnor Valley, their territory. Heron decides to reduce the damage by playing their Fortify action card. This gives them 1 extra defense for the battle, bringing them up to a total power of 5. If they owned a keep territory, however, they would have gained an additional 1 power. In response to Heron playing the Fortify action card to boost their defense, Selfgar has a trick up their sleeve as well. They play their Siege action card, bringing their attack power up to 8. Since Selfgar is attacking for a total power of 8, and Heron is defending for a power of 5, Heron loses the battle and takes the remaining amount of power as damage to their capital, bringing them to 7. In battles, the losing player always suffers a casualty of their choosing. This casualty can only be picked from champions that fought in the battle. Since Heron lost, they chose Darrow to be their casualty. Casualties and cards placed in the burial ground are no longer in play. Now let's take another look at a battle between Selfgar and Heron. Just like before, Selfgar is attacking Heron with all 3 of their frontline champions. Heron has a bit more defense this time with its territories. Let's take a look at the roll. Selfgar rolls a 2 on their dice, but also rolls the Overwhelm symbol. Overwhelm is a special ability that allows you to place that die on any of your frontline champions on an outside space to double their attack or defense power. Aoife and Mad Loros are both on the outside spaces, but only Aoife gives attack power, so Selfgar decides to place the Overwhelm die on her, raising her power to 4 instead of 2. Combining that with the attack power of the die, and Selfgar has a total power of 6. Now let's look at Heron. They rolled a 2 as well as another special symbol called the Warhorn. Each nation has their own unique Warhorn ability shown on their season order card. Heron's ability, Concealment, allows them to gain 1 attack power for up to 3 territory types they own. Since they have 3 different types of territories, a trade city, a keep, and 2 lands, this Warhorn roll is worth 3 defense power. They also have a natural 3 defense from their territories, which brings their defense power up to 8. Heron wins the day, and Selfgar chooses Mad Loros as their casualty. Since Heron owns a keep territory which allows them to capture enemy casualties, they take Mad Loros as a captive and place him under their keep. Captured champions can be sold to other players, converted to fight for you, or put to death. There is no limit to the number of captured champions you can have in a keep, and their glory points do count towards your total at the end of the game. These were just a couple examples of battle. Players will quickly find that with full realms and an array of action cards at their disposal, battle will take on epic scale. Before we end this video, here are a few important notes and tips to keep in mind for battles. You do not need to defend with your champions if you don't want to. In this case, any territories that you have will soak up their damage, and the remaining damage goes to your capital. Regardless of whether or not you have any champions in your realm, you are considered to be defending if you are being attacked. This means you can always play cards like Fortify to boost your defense, even if you don't have any cards in your realm. Champions cannot exhaust for their abilities while they are defending. If a champion somehow becomes exhausted while defending, any power they contribute to the battle is negated. Their die, however, still counts if it was rolled. Champions that are exhausted cannot defend for you. This is an important thing to keep in mind when considering an attack. You can play action cards, relics, and use abilities at any time during the battle, although it is sometimes best to wait till after you roll your dice to see if you will actually need them. The initiative order can potentially play a big role in your success in battles. Remember that your champions do not exhaust when defending. This means that if you choose to go last on the initiative track, you can defend against any possible attacks and still attack yourself when it comes time to flip your battle card. In contrast, if you choose to go first on the initiative track and attack with your entire front line, you will not have those champions to defend with for the rest of the battle phase. When you lose a battle, you only lose one casualty, no matter how many champions fought in the battle. This usually makes it safe to defend with as many champions as you have at your disposal. You can assist other players in battle with the green assist die. More on assisting can be found in our advanced play video. That concludes the battle tutorial. To stay updated on our progress, you can sign up for our monthly newsletter through our website shown at the end of this video or through the link in the description box. Thanks again for watching.